Hello again, and welcome back to Haines, Alaska. Now, as I said at the end of the last episode, we were going to set up all the cables, the water features and everything else, and we're going to get it all done overnight, off camera. And I have. We've had our fuel delivery, we've filled up all the machines. So over there we've got our excavator and our dump truck. Yes, so we've got everything connected up. Big water pump, trommel, the shaker, the conveyor belt container and the gold nuggetator. They're all going to run from this old boy here. Now what I've done is gold nuggetator because that does the maths. So I've put that. I'm so glad there's no real physics in this game for when you fall. So the gold nuggetator is here, and it's connected to everything it needs to be connected to. We've got our hog pans, our duplex jigs, well you saw me put those together in the last episode, and everything's got the buckets it needs. Now up here, now since the last time you were with me, Code Horizon have done another update, and they've put this in. Now this, as far as I'm aware, is all to do with the Orange Beast. But at the moment, we can't really afford the Orange Beast. It's really bloody expensive, so we're just going to use this for now for the wavetable and the magnesite separator. And what I've decided to do, well, let's try and do this a bit logically, shall we? I mean, make a bloody change from that, but so here's our water pump pulling in on a fat water hose and then pumps out to its splitter. One goes to the shaker, and from the shaker it actually, the water goes all the way through. Another splitter to take it down, or another fat hose to take it down to the splitter here that has three thin hoses for those two hog pans and the nuggetator. And this fat hose here coming along to another splitter and a couple of thin hoses to there. And I've just set up a small generator, diesel generator. They don't use a lot of fuel, they really don't. That jerry can that's in there will probably last us until this entire place is done, because it'll only be put on when we're actually using this bit here. But now that they've put this Orange Beast palaver here, it's very intriguing to me, because if we come over to the machine shop, oh, do get a move on. If we come across to here, I mean, we're at 6 o'clock in the morning, so we've got loads of time we can fanny about with. So if we come around here to the Orange Beast. Now, I have absolutely no bloody clue how this lot fits together, but I'm pretty sure that this, which is the frame of the Orange Beast, I'm pretty sure that this goes on that wooden piling that's been put there, the frame top of there. And this is shaker, which is gigantic, and these are your sluice boxes, and this is Cadillus. So yeah, it's yeah, we might. I'm not saying we will, because I mean you're talking, and this is 9 days to summer, so it's still fairly cheap. We're talking 1.3 million for the frame, 1.8 million for the shaker. Those of you keeping score, we're now at 3.1 million just for them two. And then this at 650. So we're talking about nearly 1.8 million. And if we run this, we're now to 2.4. With this, we're now to about 2.7 million. That's a hell of a lot of money. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, you know. I would love to get the Frankenstein, which is the same as the Cordillus, but does it mean that the Cordillus would be better to buy than the Frankenstein? I don't know. But I do know that when we move from tier 3, losing track of the tiers, because we did that jump with the mini wash plant, which was kind of tier 2 but mini tier 2, you know what I mean? And then went straight to tier 3. Now the shaker, that's what we have now. This is the next upgrade to take it to tier 4. We put the D-Rocker. We put Old Arnold's Trommel. And we put the planters, that's it. Then for tier 5, we use the reinforced trommel, the Glacier Creek, big old boy, and the gravel pump. Because everything else, like the sluice boxes and what have you, they're the same for everything. Why does it always want to load halfway through the machine shop? I don't know. And one thing I didn't show you last time was you can repaint a lot of this stuff. But my God, I mean, I haven't looked at it for a long time, but it used to be ridiculously expensive. Yeah, if you want dragon scale paint, it's $2 million. Christmas paint, $1,000. Halloween is nothing. Golden is $1 million. Camo is $500,000. Leopard, $250,000. Pink camo, 100 grand. It's, I mean, why would you want to do these? I mean, really, seriously. And you're talking $500,000 just to repaint a little shitty bit of fucking machinery. It's crazy. That cost us like $5 grand. I'm sorry, I'm not that insane. Why is that in there? That's weird. Anyway, enough chuntering. Let's get back. Oh yes, and of course I put the magnetite separator there. So let's jump back to around the parcel. Get everything turned on. Yes, there's a hell of a lot of running around in this game. It really is. But yeah, that's fine. It's a bit of a, it's an acquired taste, I would say. This, now everything's turned on. We can actually, nah, sod it. I mean, that's your limit there is 4,000 power. Whether it's working in kilowatts or what, I don't know. But it's 4,000 units of power. With everything turned on, we're using 1,700. You can see the layabouts are moving nicely. The shaker is shaking. So obviously now we have grills up here. You have to lift them up and you get some nice gold out of there. This is basically your real sort of money pit hole or money hole or whatever you want to call it. I'm tripping over my words. It's a Sunday and I was out having a few beers yesterday watching the rugby, so I'm a little bit fragile this morning. Unfortunately I've reached the age where I started to get hangovers. So then we have this, which is your Niners grills and your Mosses, down to your duplex, down to everything else. Already tested it, everything's working happily. So, let's go and start digging. And we've got several camera views. This is the one I tend to use because it feels easier for me. Now, we're starting here, which is going to leave us a bit of a lump there, but we'll eventually be getting the front loader, so we'll be picking all of that up with the front loader. So, I'll see you when we hit 100% or close to. Usually ends up being about 97-98%. Everything's got buckets. It actually works out that you need 5 buckets, 6 buckets. Yeah, 6 buckets. You 2 on each duplex, 1 for the grills on the sluice box and 1 on the nuggetator that does the mats. So I'll probably be buying more because I'd like to get quite a bit dug out before we look to doing a cleanup. Okay, so I shall see you very shortly. Okay, so that's our first dump truck full. Like I say, about 97% in the dump truck. And you will get about 97%. And you see, even though we did, this is why I didn't do the multiple hits with the drill, because it's still going to give me nuggets. So we're still going to get that. Oh dear, oh dear. This articulated dump truck's a pain in the backside, I'm telling you. Or maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just bloody useless. So, and that's another thing as well. We've got so many damn vehicles now, I keep tabbing to the wrong one. So we're going to come out of here now. This is still working its way through. and we'll just come and hide in the tent because it is bloody loud, that. So, and I mean, that's not unrealistic. It would be very loud because there's a hell of a lot of machinery there that's banging and crashing around. Now, we're not finding massive nuggets, but we're finding good nuggets. Now, what I'm going to do, because we've got $150,000 in the bank. So what we're going to do, we're going to unlock the workers. You will always get one straight away. Ooh, and that's really useful. We have a mechanic. I'm assuming it's really useful. I've never really never used a mechanic, to be honest. So, yeah, the mechanic will slowly repair your most damaged parts on the parcel he's assigned to. So, that's actually really, really useful. That's the first time that I've had one. That's the first time I've had a mechanic come up. Okay, so we're going to be at probably... It's going to take us probably 5... Oh, I am a massive fool. I forgot. These need power. Whoopsie. Oh, that was silly, wasn't it? And I did the checks. God, I'm an idiot. Okay, so we're going to need 4 low voltage. God, how much have we lost there? Oh, shit. So we're going to want 4 of them and 2 of them. Oh, I can't believe I was so stupid. but I will be starting some extra series as well on here on the channel. Because at the moment I'm doing, well, I was doing 3 FS22 and 2 Goldmine Simulator videos a week. What I'm going to be moving into is I'm actually going to be looking at doing 5 different games with with a video on each one video a week. Okay, so Goldmine Simulator will stay, FS22 will stay, but we will move as well into Farm Manager World, which is a very fun game to play, and the first episode of that will be coming up sometime this week. Again, I've got a lot of hours on that and its predecessors 1821. Stop turning the engine off. Now, the first episode of Farm Manager World, what I'll be doing is I'll be going through what I consider the best way of starting the game. Now, I don't consider myself an expert in any way, shape or form, but I have a lot of hours, and it's basically, it's a modified way of starting that I got from a guide for Farm Manager 21. It was a way to start in extreme difficulty. You have 4 difficulties. You have easy, normal, hard, and extreme. At extreme, it is insane. You are paying so much out for your farm workers. You're getting so little in for your products. So you have to make good strategic decisions. So the first episode of Farm Manager World, as I say, coming this week, I'll be going through what I consider the best way of starting on extreme. It's the way that works best for me. Those of you who already play, you may have your own strategies, and if you do, share them in the comments when the video is released. But eventually, again, I have to play with the goals. My goal on Farm Manager World, on that series, will be slightly insane. There are 49 parcels of land, and you start off with 1. So there's 48 parcels available to buy. There are a great many animals, and the developers have now opened mod support. So there are now quite a lot of mods coming out, which is, again, really awesome. We've got new products. People are, I know, working on animals, new animals. So eventually we'll want all the animals, all the mods, and just basically, I'm going to see if I can kill my PC. So that'll be one game we'll be going into. The other game, or another game, will be Lumberjack's Dynasty. Now I know what I just said a short while ago about Farming Simulator and cutting down bloody trees all the time, and it's bloody boring. But it's a bit different with Lumberjack's Dynasty. That's the whole point of the game, is to cut down trees. But not just cut down trees. The premise of it is making a new life for yourself. You have to you take over your aunt and uncle's sawmill, you meet the local people, and I mean, the whole reason it's called Dynasty, it is literally making a life, having a family, all of that sort of thing, getting married, da 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 da. So we'll be doing that, and basically there is no real goal with that, it's just to complete the storyline, essentially. And I will also be the fifth game. Now I've struggled with it a bit, which one to do, and it's a game actually that I really love. And it's called Astrox Imperium. Now, I fell for it because I played the original version, which is Astrox Hostile Space Excavation. Now, originally with Astrox Imperium, there was going to be a full storyline. There was big plans. There was big plans by the developer. It's a one-man band, it's one guy who has worked on this whole thing. Now I know he's had some quite bad personal issues. People were getting, and I mean, I'll admit I'm one of them that was getting really pissed off with him. Why has there been no bloody updates? The last update was December 2023. It's like, right, so this is a fucking dead game. Awesome. Still very playable, still very enjoyable, but it's a dead game. And, I mean, I just sort of sat in the background. I don't post vitriol on forums. I don't see the damn point. I'm not a sad little teenager in his mummy's basement. I'm a grown man. I know that, life comes first, family comes first, all that sort of thing. And Momo, the developer, has actually posted saying basically, here's the update, this is it, I'm not going to be working on it anymore, it's probably the last game I'll ever make, or at least the last game I'll ever make that gets released on Steam. And basically things have happened in his life that have made him realise what's most important. And the reason I say something quite bad happened is it was quite cryptic, the message. But he was pointing out that he's very happy to be walking normally. So something not good has happened. And I feel bad for the guy, I really do. But, he's done his last update on the game, which is sad. It's the end of a very good game. But like I say, because it is infinitely moddable, basically there was a storyline mode. Essentially that is now tutorial mode. So the first episode or two may well be me just going through that, and then we'll move into the sandbox mode, where we'll essentially be just trading, mining, doing all that sort of stuff. And basically, because sometimes you can make absolutely insane money on Astrox, it's my goal on that. Brace yourselves on here, it's to make millions, own everything. On FS22 it's to make a million so we can move to a mapping 25. Lumberjack's Dynasty, it's to make a life, get married, blah blah blah. In Astrox, my goal will be to make not 1 million, not 1 billion, but to make 1 trillion, 1,000 billion credits. And that is doable. That will be doable. So, with that all being said, we'll leave this video here. I'll continue mining off camera. Did you see we're at 64% in there, 65, a little bit still to come. But it definitely needs another full dump truck before we can do a cleanup. So I'll do that off camera. We'll probably do... I reckon we'll probably work off camera till about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We won't do any cleanups, we'll just buy crap loads of buckets. And then, so in the next episode, there'll be a load of buckets over there by the Orange Beast area. And we'll find out just how much we make from probably that line there. So, I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope it's been interesting and not too boring. I hope you're looking forward to the new content coming on the channel, new variety. And I hope that there's something will be there for everybody. I know not everybody's into this game, not everybody's into FS. I'm hoping that I've got enough variety that there'll be something for someone. It does mean there'll only be one video a day, but obviously I have commitments outside of gaming. I work, I have family issues, all those sort of things. You know, I have real life, unfortunately. So, with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and take care of yourselves. Until next time, see you again very soon. Bye bye.